to the Success Connection, and I know it says we're going to get started in 3 minutes, but we'll just go ahead and clear this off here, and we're going to get started right now. So listen, if you are brand new to the Success Connection this week, I want to welcome you and say that you have picked a phenomenal week to be here. I've got some amazing things to share with you. I've actually got notes and all kinds of stuff this week because I wanted to have the best possible training that I could as we kind of prepare for summer to end. I know that sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy to prepare for summer to end when it's the middle of July. I mean, it's summertime. But we all have to realize that in order to prepare for the holiday seasons, right, which are massive amounts of money are spent online, tons and tons of people make a lot of money during the holidays. Well, those people don't start preparing for that in December. When do you think people that make millions of dollars in December online start preparing for December? Can anybody answer me? That's right. Some of you saying July. Possibly so. They start preparing early, right? So 6 months early, 5 months early. They're preparing for massive success in one single month of the year. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not having massive success in July, August, September, October, but we all know that people buy online in just insane amounts right there at the holidays. So I want to prepare you to take advantage of this. I'm going to dedicate this week and a few weeks with me to help you to prepare for massive success, right? Now, that doesn't mean that you won't have success before December. What I want to do is prepare you for massive success in December. How many of you are with me on that? Just say yes if you're with me on that. Now, I will tell you right now, there is nothing for you to buy at the end of this webinar. I know that occasionally we have guests that come on and those guests have a product or a program and all this stuff. Look, just take a deep breath with me. Let it out. Relax. Tonight, you are just going to learn some amazing, amazing stuff. All right? Now, here's what I found that just blew my mind. I found that there's one single website, and a lot of you probably got the email that said this. And by the way, Steve said he made his first money online today, $129. Congratulations to Steve on your $129 success already today. There's hopefully more where that came from. Grow from there. So here's what I want to do. I found that there is a website, one single website, where almost 15 cents out of every dollar spent online goes through that one website. How many of you feel like that one website might be something that you should know about? Just say yes. Very good. I see lots and lots of yeses. 15 cents out of every dollar. 1 out of every 3 households, okay, 1 out of every 3 uses this particular website and or has purchased from this particular website. 1 out of every 3. That is a third of the people, right? See, a lot of you saying, wow, 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 right. There are so many websites on the internet. You got Facebook, you've got Google, you've got, eBay, you've got all these different websites, Walmart, Best Buy, all this stuff. This one website outdoes them all. In fact, our guest is going to tell you, they actually outdo a lot of them when you combine them. This place is still bigger, transacts more money, and has more and more opportunity for you to be successful. So what we are going to do is we are going to talk about today about Amazon. We're going to talk about some of the, I guess, the most amazing ways that you can start right now, okay, profiting from Amazon, but not just right now. What do you think we're really going to be preparing to do? Just tell me what you think we're going to be preparing to do. That's right. We're going to be preparing to crush it this holiday season. Now, we expect to have success in December. We don't expect to be waiting until December to have success. No. But what we do plan to do is be damn well prepared in December to have massive success. Who's with me? Say yes if you're with me, because I need to make sure everybody is excited about this. Look, our guest tonight, he knows more about Amazon than I will ever know about Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, he's got 7 years in this, okay? Sold over $50 million in products online. Over $50 million. And here's what he's going to teach you tonight, okay? I might just type these out for you. All right, so our epic training agenda for tonight, okay? So here's what he's going to teach you. First, he's going to teach you the secret to how Amazon works. What that means is you're going to learn how Amazon works and the different ways that you can take advantage of Amazon to increase your opportunity for success. He's going to show you how to get on page 1 of Amazon. Okay? No, not Amazon. He's going to show you how to get on page 1. All right? He's going to also show you, to give me a complete list, he's going to basically show you, do this, generate money on Amazon. It's pretty simple. He's essentially going to show you a couple of steps that allow you to learn how Amazon works. He's going to show you how to get your products on page 1 of Amazon. Then he's going to show you the complete system to literally set up and build your own Amazon business. Now, you might say to yourself, well, how does this work? Well, let me explain how this works, okay? If you're building an email list, do you think you could email your email list and tell them to go buy things from Amazon? Yes or no? I want to know. All right, so lots and lots of yeses. Okay, well, we're all building an email list because that's what we talk about all the time. We talk about building an email list. Well, guess what? You can use your email list. Now, some of you are in my fan page domination course. Do you think that if you were to use the fan page domination method, build up a massive fan page, build up an email list, that you could then profit from that by sending people to your Amazon store, yes or no? Just put yes in the chat box if you agree with me, no if you just think I'm crazy. All right, I see lots and lots of yeses. I know that there are some of you that have Shopify stores. Do you think you could take those very same products that are on your Shopify store, stick them on Amazon, use the methods that he's going to teach you, and then now start taking advantage of one marketplace where literally 15 cents out of every single dollar is spent online? Yes or no? Right? I see lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people saying yes. Okay. That's what this is all about. It's all about seizing opportunity. I felt like, you know what? There's so many marketing things I can teach you. But this is a great opportunity for anybody. If you're in the Shopify store, you need to use this because this is going to help you reach millions of people with those very same products. Why not do it? Right? It makes no sense not to. If you're just an affiliate, well, guess what? You can now build your business inside of Amazon. Take advantage of the big Amazon marketplace, all the people that are on Amazon, and you can start to generate an additional stream of income. And of course, if you're an email marketer, again, more opportunity, okay? So there's opportunity for this to tie in to everything that we've been learning and to everything that we've been doing, all right? So what I want you to do is tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited you are for this training tonight and to learn what you see on your screen. Type it in the chat box, 1 to 10. All right? Very, very good. I'm seeing lots and lots. Keep them coming. I need to make sure that I see every single person on here should be typing this. Somebody typed a 4. Who typed a 4? I don't like you if you typed a 4. Maybe you typed 4,000. Okay, I see a 4,000. All right. I don't see anybody saying 1. Okay, good. So we got all 9s and 10s. So that is perfect. Now, I will shut up because I'm clearly not going to teach you this, but what I will do is I will be back at the very end of the presentation. Now, for those of you that are new and you have not been here before, allow me to explain to you what we do. At the very end, I give away cash prizes. Why do I do that? It's an ethical bribe. I'm simply ethically bribing you to stay and listen. There's nothing for sale. There's no offer, no nothing. This entire webinar, all of this training, completely free for you. We want you to learn. It's super important to me that you know how to do this because I want you to be able to take full advantage of the opportunity. So at the very end, I'll be giving away cash prizes. Now, I'll show you exactly how to enter for those cash prizes at the very end, and I actually pay my cash prizes out while we're live. All right, so there'll be an awesome opportunity to win some cash. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit more about my free software and all kinds of really cool stuff that we got going on. All of this will happen at the very end. But what I'm going to do is first introduce you all to my good friend, the guy that sold $50 million worth of products online, and the one that's going to teach you how to literally crush it on Amazon. My good friend Jason is with us. Jason, can you hear me?
Hey, Anthony, I can hear you just fine, my friend.
How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Are you excited?
One person in the chat, Mark, said he met you through me, so that's awesome. That's a good connection.
You know, see, I try to stay connected. I always tell my students, I bring on people that are smarter than me, and it's not hard to find that many of them, to be honest with you. I bring on people that are smarter than me, and I know that a few years ago, maybe it wasn't even a few years ago, it was last year, that I was out in California and I was talking to some people that are doing some massive things, and all of these guys were telling me that I needed to meet this guy, this Jason guy that sold $7 million worth of something, and I said, oh, who sold $7 million worth of anything? And I remember the first time I talked to you, I was actually out of town, I was live, and I was thinking, I was on my phone, so you can imagine, all of you can imagine this, I'm on my phone and I'm like, I'm telling people, like, I'm talking to this guy that sold $7 million worth of stuff. I'm like in a corner in a hotel room trying to make sure I could hear you, but I started then trying to prepare you to come on to my webinars, to come on to the Success Connection. I tried to make sure that that I could get you on, and it's taken a little while because I know your schedule is pretty busy, but I'm excited because now is actually a great time. I mean, a lot of my students are doing e-commerce, a lot of them are doing email marketing, and as we've talked a lot planning and preparing for tonight, that there's a huge opportunity to integrate Amazon into everything that we're doing. And so I don't know Amazon that well, but I know that you do. And
we're going to fix that. By the end of the night, Anthony, my single purpose is to get you selling on Amazon, whether you know that or not yet.
It's not hard. I mean, my thing is balance.
Everybody, Anthony's problem is he makes too much money already, so he's not properly motivated. So I will give anybody a pass who makes as much or more money as Anthony on this tonight, but the rest of us, we are going to focus on Amazon. Can you flip the screen over to me, Anthony, when you get a chance here?
Yes.
And
all right. So, everybody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the screen over to Jason. He's going to get started with tonight's training. You'll see his screen. I'm going to cut my photo off or whatever, my video camera off. Jason, let me give you the screen real fast. I will be back at the very end when Jason is finished. There we go. Should be pushing it over to you now. I'll be back at the end when Jason is finished to announce our cash prize winner and to talk to all of you about what you thought about the training, how you feel about the training, and how excited you are about doing all of this really cool Amazon stuff. So I'm excited about it, and I think you're all going to love it. Jason, we saw your screen for a second, and then it vanished.
Ooh, that's not good. Let me see if I can reshare that here, and let me pop it back up to the beginning.
It says slide.
It crashed out on me. That's what happened.
Gotcha. Well, thanks.
There we go.
All of my students know Amazon. They all know the trials and errors of Amazon. I mean, of GoToWebinar. So worry not.
So it says how to crush it on Amazon.com by Jason Fladlin, Superman. We seeing that, everybody?
Yep. Everybody see that? Just say yes in the chat box if you see it. By the way, remember, we like engagement. When Jason asks questions, give answers. When he asks for opinions, give them. The more you interact with him, the better he's going to teach you, and the more he's going to make sure that you actually understand what he's saying. So I'm going to go ahead, Jason, I'm going to cut my screen off. I'm going to let you get started. And guys, I'll be here for the entire training. I'm just going to be watching it with you, and I'm going to get rid of myself so I'm not a distraction. And then I'll be back on at the very end to announce our cash prize winners and to see how much you guys enjoy this. All right, Jason, I'm going to let you take it away, man.
Well, thank you, Anthony. My name is Jason Fladlin. That font does look a little fancy there, Fladlin, if you need to know or you want to look me up later. I appreciate that. And we're going to start this off with a quick story here. Once upon a time, but this isn't a bedtime story. This is actually the beginning of an interesting voyage that ends with me showing you all the secrets of Amazon, if that's okay with you. Once upon a time, I made a gigantic, colossal, absolutely insane mistake that I paid a price for very dearly. And it was this. So when Anthony says he heard I sold $7 million or something, this was literally us promoting an Amazon course. And we ended up selling about $9.2 million in a single promotion. And that's when I got really excited about Amazon, because I could see so many people wanting to start using Amazon. And I said, listen, anybody who's going to go and do Amazon, this was in 2014, I said, I will personally, once you get your product listed on Amazon, I will critique your product. I will critique your listing, your title, your headline, your images, your bullet points, anything and everything. I'm all yours. And, you know, we're playing the game that we most play with most information products that you purchase. A lot of people who buy information products simply don't really get far with them. And I don't know whose fault is that, or if we should even place blame on anybody. It's probably both faults. The guru's fault and the person who bought it. We got to share the responsibility here. But Amazon, because it's so easy to get products up, I underestimated the demand and the amount of people. And so what had happened was I had to do over 1,000 Amazon listing critiques. And I have seen some stuff. And along the way, I discovered some things. So a lot of people say to me, Jason, how can I get as good as you as Amazon? And I appreciate that. I say it's very simple. Just take 1,000 people, 6 months of your time, detail step by step, go through every type of listing and every type of category on Amazon, and then that's all you'll have to do. Or, if you prefer, just follow me. I've already seen it. I've already been there, already done that, and now I'm just going to share that with you. I am the Amazon pioneer. I've came home full of the arrows, but I also have the roadmap to get you to where we have gone as well. Now, I was one of the first people that became obsessed with Amazon, not as a website, but as a search engine, which Amazon is. And I've been a mad scientist working with lots of customers, trying lots of different things on Amazon, and along the way, I've got some great results for folks. And so this is very funny because Anthony was talking about December. The whole holiday season of Amazon, which starts the day after Thanksgiving and ends the day of Super Savings shipping, which is generally December 22nd, is a fantastic thing. So Regina sent this in a little private Facebook group that we're on. She says, I'm usually bah humbug this time of year. This is in December of last year, right? She's now all jazzed up and she's excited because she did over $100,000. Now, Regina had started selling on Amazon within less than a year. Isn't that incredible? Now, I don't know if you can do that. I don't know how exactly common that is, but wouldn't it be nice to, in 12 months or less, go from 0 to 6 figures, but not 6 figures a year, 6 figures in a single month? Nigel's an interesting guy, so he's from the other side of the pond. I'm over here in Iowa in the United States, in wonderful, thriving Iowa, and Nigel's on the other side of the pond here, and he started with us, and the first 30 days were rough for him. He wanted to give up. We told him not to give up, and then 9 months later, he hit over £1 million, which is over $1.5 million. I don't know how Brexit affects that these days, but back then that was a lot of money, right? Now here's one of my favorite ones, and this is very important that we talk about this one. So this is Pablo, and this good. And October 2015, he joins with us. Now he does over 1,000 units a day. In April, $500,000 month. You don't know what he did. You don't want to know what he did during Prime Day this year. So Prime Day 2016 was the single biggest selling day on Amazon. Just happened to really like a week ago or something like that. Just incredible. But this is what I've had the experience of helping people start from nothing or from very little and getting them to go over here. And I hope at least somebody here today. So we got like 1,000 people on this webinar. And I hope one of you at least I can show on a webinar in the future. Is that okay? In fact, I got to be very clear with you. These guys all make a lot more money on Amazon than I do these days because I seem to spend more time training than doing, but we still do okay. So just to give you an idea of what Chris like, here's one account that we did 6 figures ourselves during Christmas of last year. These are all full price sales. I take the screenshot so you can specifically say this is actually what Amazon's settling up with us. Not bad, 130,000, but our other account, because we have more than one branded better, it did about $300,000 in sales in December of last year. And so those two accounts together did about $500,000. We did pretty much $500,000 when you factor in some of the other brands that we sell on Amazon. Now, I can't claim all the success. A lot of this is my business partners, Wilson Matos and Ben Cummings. I bring them up to you. because if you hear mentions of them later, those are the guys that I run Amazon with. On this training today, we're going to talk about why Amazon is easy to manipulate and exploit for profit. I chose those words very clearly and specifically, exploit, because that's what we're doing here. We're exploiting a flaw, or not even necessarily a flaw. We're exploiting something that doesn't normally come around very often, but we just so happen to be in the thick of it right now. And we're manipulating. I'm just going to tell you that's what we're doing. We're taking something and realizing it and then manipulating it for our success. It just so happens, though, that Amazon likes it and customers love it. So I'm going to show you the simplest way to start making money with Amazon online today, and then I'm going to give you the big secret why being brand new on Amazon, whether that's a new seller or a new product, that is one of the biggest advantages you can actually have, believe it or not. And I'm going to show that to you. Now here's my challenge. There are lots of cool ways to make money online, and I really like being here with you today as a guest of Anthony's, because Anthony is one of the few good guys that I can truly say is somebody who cares, who goes out of their way to help people succeed. And so Anthony is showing you a lot of cool ways to make money online. And they're very valid and they're very powerful. And most of them can work, and all of the stuff Anthony shows you will work, and most of the stuff you learn from these other guys, that can work if you work it as well. And my big thing here is I sat here and I thought about this when I was preparing this training. I was like, why should you do Amazon instead of something else or alongside something you're currently already doing? Because I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm assuming that, are you busy right now or are you not busy right now? Do you have like all this free time that you're just waiting to fill, or are you already overextended? And now here I come on here trying to give you even something more on top of what you already have. So it's a very tough challenge that I face here today, but I'm up to it. Now, before I show you specifically Amazon, I'm just curious, what are you doing right now? What's the thing that gets you the most excited about, or what's the thing that you think has the most promise for you making that fortune that you deserve? Is it Facebook, Shopify, SEO, affiliate marketing? Go ahead and type that in the chat box for me real quick so I can get a good gauge here. And it's funny because Ken's like, Amazon, all the above, FB domination, that's great. I've been watching that. You're going to love that and how it relates to Amazon. Lots of affiliate marketing, a lot of Shopify. You know, Anthony's brother, Adrian, he is one of the top Shopify guys in the whole planet, and it's so cool because we love Shopify as well, because once we started selling on Amazon, we then extended out to Shopify, and there's a synergistic effect. If you sell on Shopify, you will make more money on Shopify by selling on Amazon, and if you sell on Amazon, you will make more money on Amazon if you also sell on Shopify. But we'll get in that. I'm getting ahead of myself here. But this is really interesting. Now, I want you to at least drop some of what you're already doing. So pick the worst thing that is giving you the least amount of results and put this in its place. Amazon, can you do that for me? Or figure out a way to squeeze some extra minutes out of the day, because I crave your success. It reflects good on me. I like looking good. On a more practical level, if you make money, that means you have more money to invest in my company's trainings and software and stuff that we produce, as well as Anthony's, and I'm sure he'll appreciate that as well. And it makes me really feel good that I can play a role like this, where somebody like Deepak says, you know, Wilson Matos, who's my business partner, knocked sense into me when I wanted to quit in a month. Hashtag never get up, never give up. Can I get some of those in the chat, please? See, I'm a student of Anthony's, just like you. Hashtag never give up, right? So many people in this business, we caught them on their last leg, and they were almost ready to give up, and we said, give it one more shot. And we got them on Amazon, and they started killing it. Now, I've made millions online before I started selling specifically in Amazon, and since then I've made a lot more money, a lot easier than ever before, and I've made more people into millionaires with Amazon than every other method, program, and approach I've created, sold, and promoted combined. And then you think about it for a second, and it's pretty obvious why. Trying to make money online without using Amazon is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. And Anthony shared with you some of the things, and I'm going to just hammer them home real quick before we move on. More money is spent on Amazon than anywhere else online by a wide margin. Amazon is bigger than the next 10 largest e-commerce providers online combined. So they're bigger than Apple, Walmart, Staples, Sears, Netflix, Macy's, Office Depot, CDW, and Home Depot, which are the next biggest ones. All of those combined, and even throw in Costco for good measure, right? 15 cents of every dollar is spent on Amazon. Hundreds of million customers have credit cards on file and make active monthly purchases on Amazon. Almost now half of U.S. households have Prime memberships. 3 out of 4 smartphone users have the Amazon app. Amazon is as mobile friendly as it gets. So if you follow Anthony's mobile opt-in success training that he has, and we promoted that earlier this year because we get so excited about it as well, just think about this. 70% of people that shopped during the holidays last season did so on a mobile device that were on Amazon. And Amazon just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger each and every year. You know, people always say to me, Jason, when you go out there and teach people how to do Amazon, aren't you worried that you're going to use up all the opportunity? And I'm like, I'm worried in the same way of taking a teaspoon and trying to drain the ocean with it. Amazon just keeps getting bigger. They're the fastest company to ever hit $100 million in annual sales. Oh, sorry, did I say million? Billion. $100 billion in annual sales. 44% of all product searches start on Amazon. Amazon is worldwide. There is over 11 different global marketplaces that are Amazon properties that you can sell product on. Speaking of whys, we talked about why Amazon, but what is your why specifically? Let's just take a second and pause and reflect on that. What is your why? Why are you doing this? Why are you not settling for the regular old punch the clock, draw the paycheck? What's your why? Think about that for a second. Sit that in. I like what Chuck said. He said his why is he had a million reasons not to do this, but he made the decision to go ahead anyway. And then he talks about he's already made a retirement income, or he's already made an annual income that most people would kill to have as a retirement income, but now he's getting back in the business and going even further so he can pass on his legacy. So Chuck's why is his legacy. Raul's why with us when he started is he told me, he goes, my wife lost faith in me. His wife lost faith in him because he bought all these schemes online to try to make money, and he failed dramatically at each and every one of them. And so his wife still loved him, but she thought of him as less of a man. And Amazon was their last thing. They agreed together. They say, it's either this or I give up completely. And this was the thing that did it for him. Now, this is specifically how we're going to use Amazon. If you're ready, say I'm ready, and get your pen or get your whatever you're using to take notes on these days. They have all these different crazy cool devices, right? Here's the basics. So you're going to use FBA. See, there's a lot of money, a lot of ways to make money on Amazon. This is by far the easiest and the best. We're using a program called Fulfillment by Amazon. So if you just look up Fulfillment by Amazon, you'll be able to sign up and you can get started for free even with an account there at Fulfillment by Amazon, FBA for short, and we will sell physical products that Amazon itself will fulfill, which is really cool. This means anyone, anywhere with an internet connection can sell on Amazon. And this is such a great story here. So this is, I can't even say his name, Basavaraj, I believe it is, in May, shared this story with us. He hit 10K finally for a month officially, 85 days after his first sale, technically 54 days from when he started. He started 85 days ago, up to 10K. Went live 54 days, right? Now, this is interesting. He says, I'm serving UN health mission in a conflict zone like Libya, very slow and irregular internet, power cut, etc. Okay, so he's in Libya, banking company in India, supplier in China, selling in the US. Isn't that incredible? And that's what this program allows you to do. FBA, in short, picks, packs, ships, and fulfills, and even does first-level customer service for you. You sell it, we ship it. That's their motto. Prime customers get 2-day free shipping. So the only way you could ever sell to a Prime customer who's the most profitable customer to sell at online is to use Amazon's FBA program, Fulfillment by Amazon. And when you use FBA, you automatically get all the perks to offer to Amazon's Prime customers. as if you were Amazon itself, which is really nice. Amazon pays you directly to your bank account that you set up with them every 14 days like clockwork. These are some of my favorite emails to get when Amazon says we're transferring over $70,000 direct into your bank account. I want you to get emails like this every single day or every single 14 days per brand that you have on Amazon. Now, when you sell on Amazon with physical products, so some people ask me, Jason, why don't you sell books on Amazon? And it's a very simple thing. A, I'm not an author, and I don't want to become one. And B, there's just not that much money in books. For every book somebody buys, there's 1,000 widgets or 10,000 or 100,000 widgets being sold. And believe it or not, the margins on physical products are usually better than they are on books. So when we're talking about selling physical products on Amazon, we're really talking to two different types of crowds. There's the resellers, which is 90% of the physical products that are sold on Amazon are sold by resellers. And then there's private labelers. And I like reselling products. They typically will call this retail arbitrage, or drop shipping is another way that people do this, where they find somebody else's product, so it's not their brand. They go, they list it on Amazon, and then they hope whatever they pay for it is less than whatever they sell it for so that they can make a profit. Private labelers literally rebrand or create their own brand of a product, and now they own it as an asset. So resellers look like this on Amazon. They engage in a persistent battle to fight for the buy box. That's what Amazon refers to this as, the buy box. And because a lot of people are selling the exact same product. So if you look at this one example here, it says 26 new products, other sellers on Amazon. Do you see that on the box on the right-hand side? Only one of these 27 sellers is going to get that by default when somebody lands on that listing, the add to cart button or the buy now with one click. In other words, they're going to get 99% of sales because they won the buy box. And typically the main way you win a buy box is to keep cutting your price, keep cutting your price, keep cutting your price. So this can work. A lot of people like the appeal of this because any product you could walk up and down Walmart, you could walk up and down Target, grab a product, go home, list it on Amazon, and sell it. But you also have a lot more competition that way. With private labelers, the way that this works is you create your own brand, your own product line, and this guarantees out of the get-go that you own the buy box when you launch your product because no one else has ever sold it before you sold it. So this is what typically this would look like. This is an example of a private label product, and when you can see this on the buy box here, it says have one to sell, because nobody else besides this one single person is selling this. And so this is why we like to do private label. One of the reasons. It is a big, powerful reason. You say, Jason, just so we're clear, what is a private label exactly? Well, let me tell you what it is. Sometimes it's just the logo. So if you take a look at these, this is a silicone baking mat. Now, there's 4 different silicone baking mats you see on the screen, and really the only difference between them is there's a logo on the bottom right-hand corner. And because each of these has put their own logo on this product, that qualifies as a private label product. So very often when people hear about private labeling physical products to sell them on Amazon, they get freaked out because they're envisioning inventing something and then creating a mold for it and getting these patents on it and, you know, breakthrough one-of-a-kind kind of stuff. And I'm talking about slapping a logo on something. Or if not a logo, maybe putting it in a different box. So these are products that are unbranded on the product itself. There's no distinguishing markings on any one of these whiskey balls that you see in front of you here, these ice ball molds that you see in front of you here. But the only difference you need to know is you design your own box, and voila, now you have a private label. Isn't that incredible, by the way? How many people live their whole life not knowing that they could create their own product by simply having somebody make them a box? Now they're in business. But that's how this works. Sometimes it can be a slight tweak. So instead of purple, maybe you're a different color. Maybe you add a bag on your yoga mat or some sort of arm sling. That's it, though. Now you're in business. And so who here thinks that they can do a private label? Let me ask you, if you already have a private label product, type me into the chat box right now. If you already have a private label product, type me. And this is great because Ricotta says it sounds easy. Sometimes it sounds easy and it's not easy, but sometimes when it sounds easy, it is easy. And I think this is one of those times. And I wish you could see what I see because a lot of people are saying me. Cool. And if not yet, do you think you can do it? Well, let me tell you, private labeling is easy. This is what you need to do: one of two searches to get started with private labeling. Now, this isn't the perfect way to do it, but this is the easiest, simplest way to get started in making money on Amazon. Either do a Google search or you do an Alibaba search. That's it. So Google, we might do things like hammock tree strap private label, or we might do something anti-frizz shampoo supplier, or high mounted brake light wholesale. So blank private label, blank supplier, blank wholesale. Now prepare to go deep, by the way. Very often the question I get the most, and this is a good question: Jason, why would anybody want to private label a product and have me sell it on Amazon versus them selling it on Amazon alone? Like, why would anybody want me to sell their product? If they're going to create a product, why wouldn't they just go straight to Amazon and sell it themselves? And it's very interesting because manufacturers, they're so into the product that they're into very little else. So think about this. Why does Walmart have other products in their stores besides Walmart's products? Why does Amazon not just create any and all of their own products? Because I will tell you, they don't want to. They don't want to sell direct end to consumer. They don't want to learn marketing, which is the single greatest skill you could ever have if you want to make money. They just want to create products, and God bless them. I mean, the world needs them, right? But these are people that are not going to go out there, and very often none of them have any aspirations ever of doing anything other than selling to you and then hoping that you can go out there and figure out how to sell it to the end customer. That's why I say when you do these features, prepare to go deep. I'm talking 5, 10, 15 pages on Google, because these people are so atrociously bad at marketing. Their websites are so ridiculous and they're so silly, and you're their customer. If you contact them, you are the customer contacting them, wanting to spend money with them to start your own private label business, right? And so these people are atrociously bad at business and marketing. So when you do these searches, whatever type of product you want to sell, blank private label or blank supplier or blank wholesale, prepare to go deep. Or you can go to Alibaba, which is a search engine for private labeling. And then all you got to do is put in something like a yoga mat, or put in something like a Bluetooth speaker, or any of the other hundreds of thousands or millions of different products that you could private label. People always ask me all the time, they say, Jason, what can I private label and sell? I said, anything worth buying, you can private label. Because if somebody's buying it, somebody allows that to be private labeled. There's somebody out buying that product, there's a private labeler that's 1 or 2 or 3 clicks away. So you just go to Alibaba and you search for it directly, specifically there. Now the question I most often get, and I'm assuming you've already thought of this, gee Jason, this is starting to sound expensive, right? We got to find product and private label it and then ship it to Amazon so Amazon can fulfill it for us. What are we looking at here? And that's a fair question. It is actually less than you would imagine. Here is what it would take to get your own private label brand up and running on Amazon. So let's just say you wanted to sell any type of shampoo, you wanted to sell some different types of conditioner or some lotions or some body lotions. These sites are a dime a dozen. So for less than $1,000, you can start your own private labeled hair care products line today, and the turnaround time is 2 to 3 days. So not only is it inexpensive, it's fast. Now, it's not free, which is why I like it. See, I don't like low-hanging fruit. You know what happens to low-hanging fruit? What happens to low-hanging fruit? It gets picked. And it rots. You guys are really good. I like the fruit that's just out of the grasp of most people because they give up on it. And all we got to do is work a little bit to enjoy all the fruit that nobody goes after. So this is what this is. It's a little bit of skin in the game, but at the end of the day, when time is money, I see people say, Jason, I won't spend $1,000 to private label and get my brand. Spend 15 weeks building my information product. And I say, You must not value your time very much then, because that's a lot more expensive than just plunking down cash or writing a check and having a private label product you're selling next week on Amazon. Now, if that's too much for you, hey, we can make the circumstance fit the opportunity. Do you know what I mean by that? I don't care what your circumstance is. I do care at a personal level, but I don't care at a practical level because we can make it work. So we could be selling aluminum bottles that we can private label a minimum order of 10 for 69 cents a piece. $6.90, throw in a little extra miscellaneous charges, administrative fees, whatever you want to call them, $100 or less you could get started. Where there is a desire, there is a way. And if you want to look at some of these other things like a yoga mat, we'd get started with a yoga mat for, here's one, $3 to $5 a piece for 10 pieces, minimum order quantity. Or here's another one, 10 cents to $4, no minimum order quantity. So again, we can get started for less than $100. Now I don't recommend that you go just the cheap route, because that doesn't make sense. We don't want to be penny wise and pound foolish. But what I'm saying is, the beautiful thing is 99% of the population writes this off and thinks it's not doable because in their mind they're seeing all this complicated private labeling problems and all this effort and tens of thousands of dollars to get started, because that's what it used to be like in the 80s and even in the 90s. But this is 2016 last I checked, right? Straight up soup to nuts. If you want to go straight to AliExpress, you could get a product like this, $94 for just to get a good unit, 200 pieces. Get started online with 200 pieces, cost you $94 plus shipping, which is way more expensive than it needs to be, but we want to get it to us as quickly as possible, right? $128. Total $222.02 for 200 units. You're selling this thing for $9, $10, $12. It's costing you $1. After Amazon takes their cut, you're going to be putting $6, $7, $8 in your pocket on every sale that happens on Amazon. Isn't that incredible? I'll take that all day long. Anyway, what you can expect is this: quick and decent profit margins. So Sean and Kelly, when they started with us, $50,000 in the first 30 days. Because what happens when you gain prominence in Amazon as a search engine? What happens when you go from nothing to being exposed overnight on page 1 for a great search term on Amazon? That's a flipping a switch on. And so they can go from $0 to $50,000 in 30 days real quick. And also, just as important, 40 profit margin. So I usually say, what's your retail price you're going to sell your product out on Amazon? And then times that by 0.4. That's probably what you're going to take home in your pocket every time that the thing sells. And the more you sell, the lower your profit margin will be. And so this is an example here of Pablo, who's at $500,000 in a month. He's around 40% still, though. And Zen Team, when he starts, he's at 50%. Now, I love this one because Zen Team are pretty much a lot of our audience these days are ordinary folks with zero previous marketing experience online. So Zen Team, this was his first program when he started selling with us on Amazon, hit 15K in the first month, 50% profit margins. So I bet you're thinking by now, what product should I private label? Is that a fair question, right? What should I do? Because a lot of people do it like this. It's the same way that a lot of people start any business. They say, ooh, this product sounds awesome. I bet you people would want to buy it. Let's go sell it. Or, ooh, my friend says this product is really powerful, so maybe we should go sell that, right? We do all of our products based on keyword searches. So I sell skin creams. That's not the only brand that I have. We also have a kitchen and dining brand. We also have an electronics brand that we're playing with too. But when I sell skin creams, if you could see my face right now, you'd say, that doesn't look like a dude who sells skin creams. And you would be correct. And we sell sunscreens too, different sunscreens. And you would say, that doesn't look like a dude who needs sunscreen. He's pretty pale. And you would be correct. I don't know a whole lot about those products, except for the fact that there are thousands and thousands of those products being sold every single day on Amazon. So there are thousands and thousands of people who wake up and type in the word sunscreen into Amazon.com. And there are thousands of people who wake up one morning and type in keratin shampoo into Amazon. And there are thousands of people who wake up every single morning and they type in something like digital kitchen scale in Amazon. Now think about your own behaviors on Amazon and how you've purchased products as a consumer on Amazon. Unless you knew the brand, didn't you do the same thing? So we want to find products and sell products based around keyword searches. So if somebody says, I got a great fat loss supplement, Jason, I say, unless people are looking by a specific ingredient or name, fat loss supplement. That would be great to rank on Google. It'd be very hard, but it'd be great. It ain't gonna make you any money on Amazon because it's not a product specific thing that somebody's looking for, okay? But if you look for silicone baking mat or silicone ring or waterproof bag or dry bag, and a lot of these products have more than one keyword, that's the kind of stuff that we want. Because here's why. If you can rank for keywords buyers are actively searching for, what do you suppose happens? So if I can put a product on page 1 of Amazon for a keyword like Bluetooth speaker, what do you suppose happens? You just start selling overnight. Yeah, no joke. That's why when I show you, and that's one of the reasons I want to show you some of the success of our customers, is to show you what's possible. How Sean and Kelly, just a wonderful husband and wife couple, can go from 0 to 50K in 30 days. This is why we do the way that we do. Now, a lot of people in this chat are already asking about quality, and that's really cool. I don't have a slide specifically on quality, and all you got to know about quality is it has to be relative to the price. So I have, in my trainings, I often show a Rolex watch on Amazon, and I show a Casio watch on Amazon. And the Casio watch has a 4.5-star average review, and the Rolex watch, which is $50,000, has a 4-star review. And then I say, do you suppose that the Casio is better in quality than the Rolex? Of course not. But relative to its price, it is, for what the customer felt that they got from the deal. So when you source your products, we always, always, always recommend that you get a sample first, and then you evaluate the quality of it. And if you want to do the extra credit, you buy 2 or 3 or 4 competitors, and you put yours against them. Now, we don't necessarily need a superior product. We can get there over time. What we want when we're starting is a good enough product, a product that is as good or a little bit better than what they're already buying or could buy instead on Amazon. Does that make sense? But we have no problem with quality, and trust me, we would. If Pablo's selling $500,000 of product a month, if it ain't good, Pablo ain't going to stay on Amazon because Amazon ain't going to let that happen. But we'll talk more about that here in a little bit. Amazon, though, is a product search engine. And I think a lot of people forget about that. As a consumer, I forget about that. And I don't know if you maybe sat there and thought one day, Amazon is a search engine. Because we just think of Amazon as an online store, right? Here's the thing, though. If customers do a search on Amazon for a product and leave empty-handed, they are mad that they haven't spent money. Isn't that a great concept? So many times in business, the hardest thing we have to do is get somebody to spend money with us, right? I mean, tell me that's not the big part of your day. Like you sit there and you think and you struggle and you wonder, how can I get more people online to spend money with me? And usually the people you're trying to get to spend money with you are resisting you almost in equal proportion to the amount of effort you're putting in to try to sell them, right? And this is the opposite on Amazon. If somebody comes to Amazon and they don't leave with a purchase, if they don't leave spending money, they are upset. And I'll tell you what, Amazon don't like it either. Amazon's not too thrilled about the concept. In fact, this is Amazon's motivation. This is the flywheel. Jeff Bezos sat down and drew this up one day, and I love this as a concept because this is how we help them. We help Amazon, we help the customer, we make a fortune. Sign me up, right? You help, it's a win-win-win, not just a win-win, a win-win-win. So this is what this means. Amazon says if we have more selection, that provides a better customer experience. The more we improve the customer experience, the more traffic we get. The more traffic we get, the more we attract third-party sellers. I wouldn't sell on Amazon if they didn't have hundreds of millions of people buying every single month. Didn't that interest you when Anthony said that to you earlier? So the more customers they have, the more people like you and I get on Amazon. The more people that you and I get on Amazon, guess what happened? The more selection there is. Well, the more selection there is, the more customer experience The more customer experience, the more traffic. You accelerate any one of these four things, selection, experience, traffic, and sellers, and you accelerate the whole flywheel. And so what we're doing is this exact things. We're improving their selection, and we're increasing the customer experience as a seller. And then the beautiful thing is Amazon can lower its cost structure and then lower its fees and what it charges to us and to customers, or to invest more into getting more customers, and we all win. How do you suppose Amazon determines the search results for each and every product for each and every listing? What is Amazon doing to figure out if somebody goes there and they search for diploma, or if they search for, I don't know, any product that you can think of, if they if they search for colored pencils or adult coloring books, right? How does Amazon know who to put first, second, third, fourth, and etc.? There's typically 16 results on an Amazon page. Well, they use an algorithm, just like any search engine does. And their algorithm does what every search engine algorithm does, which is to provide the most relevant results. Now, to appreciate Amazon as a search engine, let's compare it to the biggest search engine in the world. And that is, of course, Google. What are users primarily looking for when they search on Google? Go ahead and type that in really quickly. What is the primary focus of what people are looking? Oh, yeah. Yes, this is good. You guys know. They are looking for information. Relevant information. Now let me ask you this question. Think about this for a second. How do you measure the relevancy of something so intangible as information? Wouldn't you agree that information is very hard to measure in terms of relevancy, right? We call this soft data. Soft data. It's hard to know. That's why you see stuff like this. This was one of the simplest images I could find on Google Factors for SEO in 2016. And I've seen some with 100 of them. But I mean, site speed, that's hard, isn't it? Site speed, domain age, that sucks. Because you either got to be old or you got to buy something that's old. Social signals, that means you got to like coordinate third-party sites and put those all together. Mobile responsiveness. I mean, yeah, you can do it, and yeah, it's gotten easier, but it still relies on you to make your site mobile responsive, and optimization and all these other factors, right? Now compare that to Amazon as a search engine. First of all, let's just be clear here. What are users looking for when they do a search on Amazon? What is the specific thing that they're looking to do? They're looking to buy products, right? Relevant products. They want to, when they search for silicone ring, they don't want to show up for that a baby napkin, right? Now, think about this. How easy is it to measure relevancy when you have hard data such as number of purchases, conversion rate specifically for purchases, number of reviews and rate of reviews and quality of reviews in terms of is it a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 star? How much easier is it to determine relevancies computationally or algorithmically? Isn't that a lot easier when you have that type of data? So it's very funny. Amazon, now keep in mind, if you're trying to make money online, would you rather be in a product search engine or an information search engine? Would you rather be in a buyer's search engine or a searcher's search engine, right? Well, ideally, I'd like to be in both, but if I only had to choose one, I'd go with the shortest path to the money. It just so happens that the funny thing is the shortest path to the money, Amazon as a search engine, not only is more money spent buying products on Amazon than on Google by far, but on top of that, Amazon as a search engine is so simplistic, it's not even funny. How simplistic is that, right? Well, think about it this way. Google updates its algorithm a lot or a little? Just once in a while or all the time? All the time. They have a whole theme, which I don't find very funny, but I guess some Google engineers do. It's panda, it's penguin, it's I don't know what kind of animals they have out there. Amazon has made no significant changes in their algorithm over the last 3 years. The same stuff we were doing 3 years ago works just as good today as it worked back then. Straight up. Isn't that crazy, though? Think about that, though. Google, do they like brand new websites or do they like older aged websites? See, the reality is they like the older websites because Google needs so many more data points to determine relevancy because they're using all these intangible things to determine relevancy of information, all these data points. So it takes them like 6 months to even properly analyze a new website. Amazon is biased to new products. Why? Because customers are biased to bright, shiny objects. And you don't tell me that's not true. You know it's true. You and I, we have the same afflictions, my friend. I'll buy as much information products as you do because I always want the latest, greatest thing. Customers love just released, and Amazon knows this. So Amazon actually favors brand new products. There's actually another major reason why new products work better than existing products when you're first starting out and launching products on Amazon. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, though. To show up on page 1 for a keyword phrase like Bluetooth speaker on Google, how long would that take? And how much money would you have to spend? And backlinking and all this kind of other stuff. It'd take a long time. We rank for keywords like that in Amazon all the time, and often 10 days or less. I've ranked for one-word keyword phrases like sunscreen on page 1, top 4 position on Amazon. In fact, with a brand new account, we're able to get not just 1 or 2, but several #1 results. Not just Bluetooth speaker, but portable Bluetooth speaker and wireless Bluetooth speaker and best Bluetooth speaker, or even portable speakers or wireless speakers and all these other variations of all these other wonderful keywords, all of which are driving tens of thousands of sales day in and day out from searchers that are looking and going to Amazon to buy products. To understand Amazon ranking and how you can rank a brand new product that you just start selling that you didn't know about until tomorrow. So you hear the concept from me tonight. Tomorrow you start finding products. Within 30 days or less you have them live on Amazon, and you could be ranking them the week after on page 1 for your best search phrases, the things that customers are looking for the most. To understand these ranking systems, let's consider the following scenario. Let's say one day, let's give this person a name, Judy. Judy wakes up and says, I need a Bluetooth speaker. I want to listen to something when I work out around the house in my home gym. I don't want to wear headphones anymore. So she goes to Amazon. She doesn't go to Google, by the way. Most people start their product searches on Amazon. She goes to Amazon and she searches Bluetooth speaker. Now let's say Judy says, I don't like the first result, doesn't do anything for me. Second and third results, meh. She just skips over those. She clicks on the 4th result. But she takes a quick glance at it and she says, I looked a little closer, this still isn't for me, so she hits the back button, goes back to the search results, then skips the 5th, 6th, and 7th result, but clicks on the 8th results and ends up purchasing it. Question. Does Amazon want to make it easier or harder for people to buy something that converts better, that provides more satisfaction, and helps Amazon acquire more customers? But didn't we just show in the previous scenario, if just one person skips 7 results and buys the 8th, that doesn't mean much, right? 2 people do that, it doesn't mean much. But what happens when 200 people do that? Do you think Amazon's going to keep that product in the 8th spot? They say, we have very specific, clear data that tells us this product is much more relevant than the 7 in front of it. Yeah, baby, now we're getting somewhere, right? You get excited about this? I'm getting excited about this. Think about that, though. That's the difference between Amazon as a search engine and every other search engine that exists out there. They can be very clear and very specific about that data. So what are the factors, then, for ranking? There's keywords, because if you tell Amazon you're not relevant for something, then they're not going to consider you no matter what. But so you have to tell and force Amazon to consider you for certain keywords. There's sales, how many sales of a product, and then there's conversion. Now there's more to it than meets the eyes, but these are the only 3 factors you need to consider: keywords, sales, and conversion. So let's talk about keywords. On your Amazon listing, now this is what I like. Do you have to get hosting? No, you do not. Do you have to register a domain? Nope. Don't need to do that either. Do you have to code anything? Not at all. Do you have to worry about mobile responsiveness? No, you're automatically all those things and more. You're automatically perfectly set up to sell filling out a couple forms in Amazon. So these are the forms that impact the keyword results. Title. Typically, it's a 200-character limit, and I recommend you use all 200 characters to put in as many keywords as you possibly can that people are going to search for your product for on Amazon, all the different keyword-based phrases. Search terms. There are 5 of these fields that Amazon allows you to fill out, and this basically says, hey, if it were up to you, what would you like to be on page 1 for? And then there are key product features. These are the bullet points, the typically 5 bullet points on an Amazon listing. So this is an example of a title that we run, 27 unique keywords in the title alone. I did an analysis one day. The average good selling product on Amazon only has 6 keywords in their title. 6 good keywords. We have 27 in this particular instance. Guess what happens? Type a keyword, make money. Not just once, day in and day out. Search terms. Not too long ago, Amazon bumped this up from 50, or sorry, they bumped this up from 50 characters maximum per field to 1,000 characters. But we did a test on this as well, and over 95% of Amazon listings we pulled had not updated from 50 characters to 1,000, and they're still sitting there right now. So I'm going to tell you, use each of the other 950 characters in each of these 5 fields, and you're off to the races. A lot of the money we can make on Amazon simply is nothing more than filling out these forms, and just by putting the keywords in there, we're going to get sales. Considering that 15 cents out of every dollar that's spent online is spent on Amazon, keywords equal sales. And so we want to put in these words also in the bullet points. Now here's what's cool about Amazon. Repeating a keyword does nothing to help you rank. That's called keyword density. It's a factor in Google. It's not a factor in Amazon. You do not want to repeat keywords because you just waste space. It doesn't penalize you, but it wastes space, and we want to use as much space as humanly possible. Okay? So that's keywords. Now sales is we get a little more interesting here. Because on one hand, you would think, wouldn't Amazon just say this person who sells the most will be number 1, this person who sells the second most will be number 2, and so on and so forth? But it's not that clear. It's not that black and white. Sales can be broken down to a couple things. Orders, so how many people are placing an order? Not even if they buy 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, just each and every order that comes in. Sales velocity, what's the rate of sales historically, and what's the rate of sales over a shorter period of time? In conversion path, how did they find you and then bought from you? The path that they took to place the order and the amount of velocity that your sales are having over a period of time, these are the factors related to sales that will increase or decrease or do nothing to where you show up on Amazon. So let's talk about this. Order quantity. Amazon considers historical and hourly sales when it factors in the search results, but not as much as you think. To understand this, you have to understand what's called bestseller rank. So bestseller rank is something that Amazon publishes on pretty much every listing, which is awesome. Amazon bestseller rank, or what we refer to as BSR, is a calculation based on Amazon.com sales and is updated hourly to reflect recent and historical sales of every item sold on Amazon.com. So I can go to a listing and I can see its bestseller rank. You can as well. It's public information. And so we don't have to guess. Since Amazon publishes bestseller rank, it leaves little interpretation as to what is and isn't selling. It's so great. A lot of these other internet marketing things that they teach you, you just have to take their word for it or trust a screenshot when they tell you how well something is selling. Or they give you these tools which kind of extrapolate but don't give you the whole story. Amazon literally publishes, it says, in the last hour, this was the #1 best-selling product in this category. This was the second, third, fourth, all the way to the millionth product. In fact, this is a key component in how we select products. We literally build a software, we call it the bestseller matrix. So I can do searches. I can say anything in the baby category that is ranked between 1,050 bestseller and 8,000 bestseller. Show me those results. And boom, it outputs it back. We can even further it down by sales price, rating, and reviews. So that's sales, quantity, order, quantity, and that can play an effect. But did you notice it said hour, Most of it is related to the last hour of sales, which is nice. So orders help you get rank because it gives Amazon more data to consider. And more data that you give Amazon, the more exposure you get. Everybody always asks me, Jason, if I'm selling on Amazon, so I get guys that are already selling on Amazon come to me. They say, Jason, I'm doing okay, but all your people outsell me. How is that so? I say, what do you do to tickle Amazon? And they say, what do you mean tickle? I mean, the more things that we give Amazon or the more stuff that we poke at Amazon, the more Amazon can interpret and decide which customers they want to influence and send our way. Amazon is a predictive search engine. Amazon can predict very often what customers want even before customers know they want it. And so the more information we give Amazon, the more we do Amazon stuff, all kinds of different stuff, the more sales we make. It's as simple as that. However, there is a factor Amazon cares a lot more than orders when it comes to sales. And this is what we refer to as sales velocity. Now here's the definition of sales velocity. The number of orders a product has produced over a specific period of time. And there are various different snapshots of time. So there's the hourly sales velocity, which is the bestseller rank. There's daily sales velocity, there's weekly, there's monthly, and then there's overall sales velocity. Now sales velocity can be relative, right? So if somebody's selling for 4 years on and they're selling 1 unit a day, and then all of a sudden they bump up to 5 units a day, what does that tell you? It says, yeah, it's decent, it's a decent increase, but if you weight it down and you divide it up over the total number of years that that product has sold, it's not going to do much. The historical sales velocity is not going to move the needle much. You follow me? 1 year at 1 sale a day, then for 2 days it sells 5 a day, so you say, okay, 377 days divided by the average of total sales, and it's going to come out to a minuscule amount. The hourly will, which is good, but the historical won't. Now take a brand new product, though, that right out of the gate starts selling 20 units a day for the first week. Both the historical and the recent sales velocity are going to be exactly the same. Do you follow me? It's very important we get this point. By being new, all of our historics can be, well, I don't know if manipulated is the right word. I mean, it is the right word, but if we can think of a softer word, it can be influenced. That sounds better, right? Because they have nothing to compare us to. That's the big advantage of selling on Amazon. That's very important. Very important you understand this. Amazon is extremely intelligent in some ways. Otherwise, it wouldn't be as successful as it is. It is incredible at fulfillment. It's incredible at product selection. It's incredible at conversion. Customers are more likely to buy on Amazon than anywhere else in the world because they're comfortable with it, because they know how it works and all that kind of stuff. The operations on Amazon is incredible. But Amazon is far from this all-powerful, all-knowing, sentient being. Amazon is broken in a lot of ways. It's so simple in other ways. For example, now this is the loophole, so let's pay very close attention here. Amazon places an overemphasis on sales velocity. It does not treat it equally. If there is one single thing, massage, that was a good word. So Peter John says massaged. That's what we're massaging data, right? If there was one thing that trumps everything else in Amazon, it's sales velocity. Not sales, sales velocity. So somebody could have sold 1 million units on Amazon over the last 5 years. I can come in and sell 300 units, and I can rank higher than that product in the search results because we influence, we massage, we tickle, we play with sales velocity. Okay? For whatever reason, and I gave up trying to guess the why to this a long time ago. I have theories. But that doesn't mean anything, right? For whatever reason, Amazon has determined and has said sales velocity is where it's at. So let's talk about sales velocity, which we said is the number of orders for a product over a specific period of time. So an example of this, your Bluetooth speaker produces 100 orders in the last 7 days. So your weekly sales velocity currently is 100 orders. And Adrian says, I'm lost. So I want to make sure, is anybody else lost? It's okay if you are. I'm here to help you find where we need to be together, right? So sales velocity, and this is Amazon's term. I didn't make this up. Amazon refers to this themselves. Deep enough. Sales velocity just simply says the rate at which you're moving products. And it's usually in a short period of time. They don't reveal exactly when that period of time is. Now, bestseller rank gives us a clue at 1 hour. But we've discovered that if we move 100 units of a lot of products in 7 days, that's pretty damn good in terms of sales velocity. For a lot of products, we can make $10,000 a month in passive, active, full-price sales by just starting the product off with 100 units in the first 7 days, because we spike the sales velocity. We jumpstart. Think of it as jump-starting a vehicle. We jumpstart it, and then Amazon just lets the thing run. Does that make sense? And if it doesn't, we can circle back and touch more upon this. But however you can move 100 units, if you can do that in the first 7 days when your product goes live, it's not fair that you can outrank a whole bunch of people who have been working and beating their head against the wall for years. But I'm glad it's not fair, because that gives us all a chance, right? Thank God it's not fair. So that's sales velocity. And we'll touch a little bit more on that when we talk about conversion path, because there's general sales velocity and then there's conversion path specific. Where and how your sale is generated makes a difference. So remember earlier when we said Judy searched specifically in Amazon.com for Bluetooth speaker, clicked on your listing and bought it from you? That is a specific conversion path. That is different than somebody on Facebook saying, I bought this Bluetooth speaker and you should too, and then putting the link directly to that Bluetooth speaker. That does produce a sale that contributes to velocity, that sends data to Amazon, but that's a different conversion path. And even searches, different searches have different conversion paths. A search for wireless portable Bluetooth speaker or wireless portable speaker, clicking and buying from you, is a specific conversion path. We call this search found bot. I just made that term up. I actually made it up 3 years ago. So if you ever heard anybody, guru or otherwise, talk about search found bot, they did get that from me. I should trademark that, because the best, most influential sales that can ever occur on Amazon for you is search found bot, where they go to Amazon.com, search the phrase, skip every product in front of you, buy your product. One person does that, 2 people do that, meh. 10 people do that, 100 people do that, 100 people do that in 7 days, cha-ching. Does that make sense? 100 people specifically searching, skipping over everybody in front of you, clicking on you, buying from you, from a specific search phrase, all within a short period of time, that can put you on page 1, that and that alone, quicker than you would imagine on Amazon. And this works for everything, by the way. You sell Kindle books, works for Kindle. You sell physical books, works for that. You're on Amazon Video on Demand, works for that. Amazon, the search engine, works the same regardless of the product. But physical products will make you more than anything else. Search found bot. If you want to be on page 1 for a search speaker, the higher your sales velocity and the more specifically related your conversion path is to the search, the quicker you will rank and profit. Now this is what's really cool. This is my feeling. I'm going to take a quick aside here just so we're on the same page. Now a lot of people that go and teach, they try to dumb things down and make it overly simplistic because they don't think people with a new concept can catch up to it or get it on time. I like to take a different approach. Even if it doesn't immediately click with you on a high level, are we all on the same page here? That we understand the mechanics. If we get certain people searching specifically for certain phrases, finding and buying you, and we get enough of them in a short period of time to perform that, that equals cash. And don't just take my word for it. You've seen some of the results before. I could show you literally over 1,000 screenshots of successful customers that we've taught this to, who are making real money every single day on Amazon. So it's not just a concept. It is my life, baby. Yeah, I like what Michael just said. If it's not simple, it's not worth talking about. So we've simplified it, but I didn't want to shy away from technical terms like sales velocity and conversion path, because this is what makes the motor run. And so I figured if I revealed it to you, you'd say, okay. And if you have to dig it around a little bit or really wrap your head around it, that's fine, because this is the quickest path we could ever do to profits. This is specifically how we play it in the real world. Isn't that cool? Now, how long does it stick? That's always the question I get. Great. Putting it up there is one thing. Keeping it there is another thing. As long as you keep converting, you're good. Period. So I laugh because right before I was introduced here, Anthony, a couple people picked up on there, like Jason Fladlin, and I saw more than one person say, that guy is a salesperson. That guy's an amazing salesperson. That guy's an extraordinary salesperson. And of course, if you sell $50 million worth of product, you have to be pretty good, right? That's actually my bread and butter, is conversion optimization, writing sales copy for Amazon listings, which is awesome, because once you put it on page one, it won't stay on page one unless it converts. And having critiqued over 1,000 Amazon listings, that's where we figured this out. So this is an example, one of our actual accounts with daily sales. And this is one of our accounts across all the products. And you can see our conversion rate right there. Across every single one of our products, we're converting with cold traffic. These are people just searching. We're not even sending paid traffic, just purely free search traffic. On average, we average 10% conversion. Now, that one day where we averaged 24% conversion, that was a day we did $29,000 in sales on Amazon. That was a nice day. That's called a lightning deal. And 2 days before that, we did $50,000 and we converted at 15%. So I'll just back it up real quick. When you see $50,000 in sales, that was a lightning deal. So once you start selling on the search engine, Amazon does other things for you. And that's why we love Amazon. Because unlike Google, when Amazon sees a winner, they know it's a winner, and they help roll you out even further into all kinds of other areas like lightning deals or prime deals and stuff like that. Now here's the big secret. You thought I already showed you the big secret. I'm not quite done yet. Have you noticed how sales velocity has little to do with the price you sell it at? Have we even mentioned pricing products at this point? Have we even mentioned retail price? We have not, have we? Have you noticed, in addition, besides sales velocity, that conversion path has nothing to do with price either? Isn't that interesting? If you were selling a Bluetooth speaker for $29.95 as your retail price on Amazon, let's look at 3 potential scenarios. Scenario number 1, full price. So you go out there and very quickly you move 100 units of your Bluetooth speaker in 4 days, and you do it through Search Found Bot. They go and search for Bluetooth speaker, they find you, and they buy from you. 100 people do that in 4 days. Is that possible? Yes. Easy. It's easy to do that, actually. You know why it's easy? Because Amazon is the most trusted place to purchase products from online. How do we know it's the most trusted place? Because more customers spend more money on Amazon than anywhere else in the world, online, period. So in this particular case, this is ideal. It's a fantastic scenario because you basically got to rank your product on Amazon. This is like building an email list and getting paid money while you're building your email list. This is the equivalent of that. And that's awesome because you got paid and you're going to get to fuel the passive, consistent sales day in and day out, like Jeremy here. So Jeremy started 3 days ago, hit 5K in sales, and then just hit 10K in sales. That's because once you kick it over, once you jumpstart it, Amazon takes over. Amazon basically says, get out of the way, that's cute, now let us do our job. Let the big boys play it out. That's first scenario, full price sales. Scenario number 2, promotional discount. So let's say you move 100 units of your Bluetooth speaker in 4 days. Now it normally retails for $29.95, but you say, here's a promo code. At checkout, when you put this promo code in, the price will go from $29.95 to $19.95. Now, is it possible to move 100 sales of Bluetooth speakers in 4 days? Of course it is. Everybody loves a great discount. You give them $10 off, that's basically 30-some% off. You're rocking and rolling. And this is fantastic because you're going to still make some profit while you grab your rank on Amazon. And, of course, you know that fuels passively and consistently sales day in and day out. I love this one for Eric because a lot of people come to me because I train normal everyday folk, most of which who have no previous online selling experience or background what to speak of. How they even turn a computer on sometimes surprises me because they are so technically challenged, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way. And so a guy like Eric, he's working a full-time job, 10 hours a day in an office. But because of the passive, consistent day in and day sales power of Amazon, he's doing $25,000 a month. That's scenario number 2, promotional discounts. Scenario number 3, deep discounts. Now, like this, 100 sales that you produce for Bluetooth speaker, specifically having people search for you in Amazon from Bluetooth speaker, skip everybody else, find you, click on you, purchase from you. You move 100 units in 4 days, 99% off. You're giving the product away practically. They're paying pennies to buy a brand new, perfectly fine Bluetooth speaker. Do you think you could give away 100 units for pennies, 99% off? Is that possible? Easily. Now, you'll lose about $5 a sale. From what it costs you to source and get that product live on Amazon, every time you give away, so you've lost $500 in a scenario like this. Call it an advertising expense because you've basically bought your ranking, which then, of course, fuels sales passively and consistently day in and day out at your normal retail price of $29.95 because the only people that got the discount were people that you gave the coupon code to. Everybody else is paying full retail. So somebody like Leah started this way and translated into $43,000 in 30 days in sales. And last I checked, Leah was over $200,000 a month in her Amazon business, which she does with her family, her husband David and their 2 kids. And here's the good news. There is more than one way to win. A lot of my customers start with deep discounts because we have proven that Amazon cares very little about the actual price the product sells for. In their algorithm for the last 3+ years, and I think Amazon doesn't care. There's a lot of reasons why I think they don't care. They want more customers is what they want, and they want more selection. That's what they want. So we're doing them a favor by bringing more people to Amazon. But whatever, the point of it is this. A lot of customers like to jumpstart their Amazon listings with 99% off discounts with search, find, buy. So there's specifics that you have to nail, but you have to make sure people are searching, finding, and buying in real time. You can't fake that. And if you do that, it doesn't matter if you sell the product at $1, $9 or $29. It matters very, very little between a full price sale and a deep discount. So David Hamilton, he's one of my favorite examples. He starts with giving away product through his church group. So the product that he has is very common household good. It's a commodity product, but it's a 2-word keyword phrase that thousands of people are searching for every day in Amazon. And he goes to his church group and he explains to them, you need to go and you need to find my product on Amazon. It looks like this, so do a search. Go through the products like a normal shopper would, find mine, buy it, and here's the coupon code. And guess what that translated to? That translated to $100,000 in sales when he started till the end of the year. Now, that's not the only way to do it. I like what Chris did here. So Chris did this thing. So he followed the trainings of one of my partners, Ben Cummings, hit $26,000 in 2 months, real sales as he calls it. No previous Amazon experience, full price sales. Mario, no coupons or freebies, 5 weeks, he's still working a full-time job. In 5 weeks, goes to 6 figures immediately because he sends traffic to Amazon. And it doesn't matter if they buy full price or not, but because he's actually driving traffic from Facebook, they love that. And as a result, they turn on all these buyers for free to Mario's listing. So for my last 3 years, I've obsessed over mastering selecting products, sourcing products, listing products on Amazon, and launching them. Your fantastic advantage is this. So I've focused mainly on people that have 0 online experience. Like this is my business partner, Wilson Matos. This is his mother. His mother is a woman that is very advanced in her age, never done a business before. Before this, she was cleaning houses, and she has a medical condition, And finally, Will says, Mom, you need to start doing this Amazon, because anybody we care about, we push them, we beg them. Like I said to Anthony, I'm getting him on Amazon because I care about him. And within her first 2 months of Amazon, notice no promotions, all these full price sales, she just listed the product. She's actually over $20,000 a month, and I'm so excited for her. When she sees me now, I swear to God, she loves me more than her own son. And she says, I hear your voice all the time, Jason, because she listens to the trainings, right? See, as a customer of Anthony's, you are lucky, or even if you're not a customer of Anthony's yet, and you really should be, as a follower, you are lucky. Because any traffic, and Anthony's one of the best guys I know for driving paid traffic. Any traffic strategy you know of works unbelievably well for Amazon because it spikes sales velocity, and it helps you influence the conversion path. You want to know if you do mobile traffic, like Anthony teaches, mobile traffic, the easiest place to convert mobile traffic to is on Amazon. You got excited about Facebook fan page domination? I said to Anthony, we call these deal clubs. We have deal clubs. So when we launch new Amazon products, we say, hey, we got the new one. You know what to do by now. We've conditioned them to search, find, and buy it at a discount. I said, man, Anthony, you're building these like city pages, these Florida city pages, and you're getting thousands and thousands of leads. On the thank you page, just throw up a discount to an Amazon product. And I explained to him the specific way of doing it with search, found, bought, and some of the other tricks that we didn't get a chance to get into today. And I'm like, dude, you will make so much money. You'll wonder what you were doing with your life before today. You know, every customer, by the way, that you get on Amazon is also somebody to add to your email list. And so Amazon, when you get a customer from Amazon, they give you the first name, the last name, the phone number, and the physical address. They do not give you the email. But because we live, breathe, eat, and sleep Amazon, there are ways. It's called data appending, so we have a whole methodology of getting most of those customers onto an email list. It's the easiest way we do to build a buyer's list, is to get them from Amazon first and then add them to our list. We didn't talk about Amazon sponsored ads. We make a killing on sponsored ads. So this makes us money, and it helps with sales velocity, and it also helps with the conversion path. There is an email autoresponder that you can set up inside of Amazon. So we can send automatic email follow-ups to customers once they buy from us on Amazon. And there's some massive tricks around that that maybe in another training someday, if I can come back here, I can show you. So we get customers to create a viral effect and refer other customers. We didn't even talk about non-search traffic today, but influencing frequently bought together, that's an algorithm. Customers who view, that's an algorithm. More items to consider, that's an algorithm. Related to items you view, that's an algorithm. Inspired by your browsing history, algorithm inspired by your shopping trends. All of these are factors that we can and do influence. New for you, rare for you, and so on, and so on, and so on. There are whole resources and communities built around manipulating Amazon. Just most people have never heard about them. We've created some of the biggest and most thriving and successful ones. But what's really great is when we started, none of that was available. Now that stuff is here for you to utilize today if you're going to go forward with this. The more you bring customers to Amazon, the more that they will give you more customers, like what Mario did, from 0 to 6 figures a month in 5 weeks with a full-time job, right? You don't have to be exclusive on Amazon. You can go into other marketplaces. You can go on your own Shopify store. You can even go to retail. So Christopher, who you saw earlier, The Biggest Loser, just did a deal with him in his supplement, and they found him on Amazon. And then they contacted him instead of a co-branding deal with him. And we have success stories like that all the time. You have an asset that when it's done, you can sell the whole business. So this is my friend Sean. His FBA business on Amazon just sold it recently for $2 million cash. And Amazon loves us because we help them with selection. We help them with customer experience. We help them with traffic. And we are the seller. And this is why we get rewarded. Here's the conclusion. Putting effort into making money online and not using Amazon, you are, my friend, ignoring the single biggest, easiest source of sales and profits. So my last question to you as we wrap up, when are you going to start using Amazon to help you with your wealth that you're working towards creating? and tell me if the answer wasn't yesterday, then the next best answer is as soon as humanly possible. My name is Jason Fladlin, and I thank you so much for spending your time with me on this training here together.
All right, all right. How many of you enjoyed that tonight? Just say yes if you enjoyed it. Very cool. I'm going to let Jason, I'm going to let you leave your screen up for just a second. I see lots and lots and lots of people saying that they absolutely loved the training. Just keep the yeses coming in if you enjoyed this. Just want to see
awesome.
What everybody's. Jason, you see all the responses.
This is great. Oh, I got the biggest smile on my face right now, Anthony.
You see lots of people saying yes. I also want to share something real fast, Jason, because this is what happens when I'm on the, see Alexa's gone. Everybody say hey to Chloe. I see everybody saying how awesome Jason is. Now you can see that Chloe has decided, while we were watching the training, her and Dad were just sitting here watching the training, she decided to climb up in my lap, which required me to put a blanket down. Are you going to be still? And now, of course, since I started talking, boom, she's going crazy. So she wants to run around. You going to run around? Tell everybody bye. Hey, calm down. Tell everybody bye. Say bye-bye. Jason, she comes on. I love you. She comes on every single week. And most of the time, if I am, I guess if I'm not actually sitting here on the computer doing the training, she'll come hop in my lap. But if I am doing the training, she just barks at me. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those things that everybody
awesome.
Everybody pretty much has to put up with it, because Chloe just loves to bark, especially if I am doing anything live. She just likes to start her barking, so I think it's kind of funny. All right, so look, man, I want to thank you for being here. Everybody seems to absolutely love the training. I haven't seen a single person that has said anything bad. I see just tons and tons of yeses. I'm going to steal the screen back from you here in about 2 seconds, if I can grab it. All right, presenter, make me the presenter. All right, and show my screen. All right, so everybody should see my screen coming up there. There we go. All right, so I see lots and lots of people saying that they love this. Now, Jason, I'm not going to put you on the spot right now, but I am going to just poll. I always like to do this if I bring any kind of guests on. How many of you would be interested in Jason going through an additional training on Amazon? Just say on a scale of 1 to 10, put it in the chat box. 1 meaning you don't want him to, 10 meaning you're really interested in this. Helps me to see what's okay. I see lots and lots and lots of people saying 10s. Very, very good. Awesome. I see lots of 10s. Okay. Great. Well, it looks like everybody, I don't know if you can see it, Jason, but there's just nothing but 10s, tons and tons of 10s. So maybe we will inspire you. So maybe we will inspire Jason to come back on. Bonnie gave you a 1. So I don't know. Maybe she meant a 10 and she just missed the 0.
Well, maybe she's saying I'm number 1.
Maybe she is saying you're number 1. Well, we don't know. But I see that everybody else seems to really, really have enjoyed this training. So that's really awesome. You know, one of the things that I think is so cool about this is, and I want you all to pay close attention to this because it's something that matters on Amazon but doesn't matter really anywhere else, and it's what Jason talked about. It's this sales velocity. It's this whole concept of sales velocity. Now, I want to talk to you about how that relates to our business and the things I teach you. So, for instance, a lot of you have said, Anthony, okay, here's the deal. Of course, you can do really well. You've been doing this for 10 years, and you have an advantage. And I keep trying to tell people, not necessarily, not in everything. If you start off with that negative mindset and you start off thinking you're at a disadvantage and you start off thinking that you can't do this because I have these special privileges or Jason has these special privileges or all of these different things, then guess what? You're probably going to fail because you're starting off with the wrong mentality, right? So we talked about it with fan page domination. We talked about how I took a fan page and I built it up to almost 500,000 fans so far, and it has nothing to do with me. It doesn't have my name on it. It doesn't have me on it. It has nothing to do with me. But yet, all of a sudden, you know, I built this massive thing. And so if I can do it, why can't you do it? I don't have any advantages to this. What I think is really, really awesome about what Amazon provides you, and it's something I learned. By the way, I didn't understand this beforehand. what I thought was really interesting about this is how all of you have the same and equal opportunity to profit from Amazon and to rank on page 1 on Amazon as any other big company. How many of you like that? That it's about sales velocity and it's not about your historical data. It's not about have you sold 1 million products on Amazon so you're always going to be number 1 and the little guy can never win. It's about manipulating the algorithm so that you as the little guy, the new guy, me as the little guy and the new guy can still win. We can still get number 1 and we can have the same opportunity to profit as all these people that Jason just showed you. He's got people in there making $2 million and stuff. Okay, well, normally, like let's just say it's traditional SEO. He who starts first is probably going to win. So in other words, if you've got somebody that's got a ton of money and they've been doing SEO for 10 years on their sites, it's going to be a little hard to outrank those people. If you've got people that are running ads, okay, like say on Facebook or Google or whatever, and they're currently making money, would you agree that they can probably afford to spend more money than you on advertising? Yes or no? Just tell me yes or no. Okay, so then if they can afford to spend more money to acquire a customer, then it's going to be harder for you to take that market share. It's going to be harder for you to sell those Bluetooth speakers on Facebook because now you've got to compete with other people who have money, and really it's all about he who spends the most money wins, right? But with Amazon, it's not the case. It's literally that they're taking a snapshot of your sales velocity. So if you know this little trick, which you learned tonight, you can now get your products ranked number 1. You can boost your products up onto that front page. And now it doesn't matter. There could be people that have been on Amazon for 15 years, and you're able to rank ahead of them. It's a level playing field as long as you follow the formula. How many of you understand that and like that? Just say yes. I see a lot of you saying Christmas is going to be awesome. How many of you would like for me to attempt to do my best to twist Jason's arm to come back and do a second part training for you on Amazon? Just type the word yes if you do and no if you don't. I know I saw a lot of 10s earlier, so I see lots of yeses. Awesome. So here's what we're going to do. I promised in my email that I was going to give away $500 tonight. We had an amazing training. If you're new to us, then and this is your first time on the Success Connection, you came to a phenomenal one. You've learned an awful lot. You learned now our goal in the Success Connection is to spark your interest in the areas that will generate the most money for you, right? As you can see, this was all for you tonight. There's nothing else for here tonight other than helping you. So hopefully you all understand that and you love that, and I want you to share that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give away $500 tonight. I know sometimes I only give away, most of them I give away 100, occasionally I'll give away 1,000, but I'm so excited. I'm going to give away $500 tonight. So here's what I'm going to do. And this is how you register to win the $500. Okay, so we're going to do it right now. We're going to pop this thing off. We're going to make it crazy because I know Jason has to hop off of here. He's got his family and things he has to get to, and it's obviously late tonight. I'm going to put this in the chat box. So if you look in the chat box right now, you will see go.dsc.com/Facebook. I have a post right here. So this is my Facebook fan page. I have no clue why it looks like this right now. Facebook has changed up the way my fan page looks for me. I don't know why. But but be that as it may, go to this post right here. So you should see this post right here that says Success Connection. It's got these lights shining on me as if I'm super, super important. And just leave us a post right here, okay? And all I want you to do is basically say, should Jason come back? And then just do yes or no, and then put hashtag never give up. Let's try to get hashtag never give up trending again. You know, we've done that before. We actually had it trending. So let's put all of your comments right here. So when you put your comments right here, this is going to qualify you for the cash prize. So I see some of you said you noticed that the fan page has changed. This is the first time I've seen it change. I was just on it and it didn't. So look, all you got to do is put us a rank here, give us a comment. Jason's going to read these comments, and if he loves the comments, maybe he will come back. So it's right here again. It's this post right here with a picture of me. You want to leave those comments there. You can see the link to go there is right here. So it's go.dsc.com/Facebook. So leave your comments right there. All right, the chat box is, I believe, that way, or could be that way. It's below inside of that little GoToWebinar thing. Also, I'm going to show you guys one time, and we'll refresh this real fast, and we'll see what our comments look like. Facebook's always changing stuff up. Looks weird now. We'll see if it'll even refresh. This is obviously new. All right, so it looks like we've got 164 comments on here right now, so we need to keep leaving comments. Also, how many of you are with us right now that are not a member of the Success Connection group? Type the number 2 in if you are not a member of the Success Connection group. All right, let's see. Who loved tonight's Amazon training? All right, let's see. Here we go. I'm going to make a quick post here on the group. All right, I see a lot of you saying you're not in the group. So here's the deal. I'm going to put the URL to join the group. It's right there. go.dsc.com/group. I'm going to put it in the chat box. All right, so it's going in the chat box now. You can also leave a comment. There we go. Right here on this post, you can see we've already got some comments coming in right here. Leave your comments on that post, and I'm actually going to pick some of our winners from this post also. So if you're not a member of the group, all you do is you go to the URL that you see there, go.dsc.com/group, and then you click right up here on this little button that says join. Mine says join. Yours will say join, and you just request to join, and then when you do, it'll pop up right here, and I'll be able to go through here and get you approved. So it looks like Bruce is going to get in, and let's see, Caroline is getting in, David's getting in. I'm approving you guys now. Keep leaving your comments, and I'm going to give away cash, okay? So the cash will be given away in just a second. Hopefully these are not people that are just going to leave stupid comments. I haven't really been able to check. I probably should have done that prior to this. So hopefully we won't get any of these little spammers that come in here and do dumb things. If we do, I'll delete them. That's what I always do. So go to the group, leave your comment on that post, and then go to the fan page and leave your comment on that post, and I'll go ahead and start selecting winners of our cash prize. And Jason, I might actually let you select a winner from our chat box. I don't normally do that, but I know that there are a lot of people that are with us tonight, so I might go ahead and let you select a winner from the chat box while I select 2 from the group and then 2 from the Facebook fan page. It looks like we have a lot of people, man, that are super, super excited about what you have taught. So I'm going to, I'm not going to make you give me an answer right now, but I'm just going to say that we obviously have a ton of people that are interested in a second training from you. So maybe I'll reach out to you this week and see if it's possible to get you back on sometime in the future to kind of go over this stuff, because it looks like, look at all these people saying thank you. There's literally hundreds.
I love it. Hey, Anthony, let's do something real quick, and then I'll tell you my answer, okay?
All right.
Can you open up a new browser tab and go to Amazon.com right now? And I want you to do a search for Bluetooth speaker for me.
All right. Amazon.com. Keep your comments coming in.
By the way, this was not planned, right, Anthony? We did not rehearse this. I didn't tell you I was going to do this, right? I didn't even know I was going to do this until just now.
Do I just type that in?
Search for that. Okay, I want to show you something. I haven't checked this. I just checked this recently. So what you see in the first 3 results are sponsored ads, which we didn't get to talk about tonight. Those are a freaking goldmine. If you want to be number 1, just pay for it, and those usually work. But below those are the next 3 results. Those are the first 3 organic results. So go ahead and scroll down to those. And those look like normal results that you would see. You know, there's one with 7,000 reviews, another with 7,000 reviews, another one with 300 reviews. They've been there for a while. And then go ahead and scroll down. So those are the first 3. And then the next 3 you see down there, there's the 6 results that are organic. And then scroll down 1 more. And you're going to see this. You ever see the TV show, stop right there, Sesame Street, where it says one of these things is not like the others? Does anybody see the thing that's not like the others? Not the looking for a Bluetooth speaker, ignore that buying guide thing, product listings. One of the top results on page 1 in Amazon right now that we're looking at live on this call. Do you see it, Anthony? You see this anomaly here?
Well, I see a couple of things, but not being an Amazon guru, right? just looking through here. So you're talking about something different out of these three.
No, so I'm talking on a page 1 search result. Right there, your mouse is almost right on top of it. Look
Right
at
here?
that result.
This one.
The one below that, SATA Bluetooth speakers. Now look at that product. Look how many reviews it has. Look at the average review.
Has 1.
That is a page 1 search result in real time for Bluetooth speaker, and it's, I think, the 11th organic result or the 10th organic result or the 7th organic result. It's like a top 10 result.
Mm-hmm. It only has 1 review.
Now think about that for a second. How is that possible? And it just goes to show you, if you know the right different things, and there's more than one thing to tickle on Amazon, and you do it right. So this is a person who forgets we don't cash ranking at the bank because they're not making that much money because they got over enthusiastic about the ranking aspect and forgot let's pick the right products and sell them the right way on Amazon and do ranking. Now, did anybody get excited though when you say, geez, how is that possible where you could put stuff like that on Amazon on page 1?
Pretty cool stuff.
Can you tell me the is an incredible. Maybe I'm a geek, but that gets me super duper excited when I see that. I know exactly how to do stuff like that. So now my answer is I will come back next week or whenever you can have me. I'm just being presumptuous here and assuming I can come back next week. So the next available spot, I will come back and I'll break down to you the best types of products to pick that can do what I just showed you right there. That's the power of Amazon if you know how to play the game correctly. And in addition to that, if you can share with me some of the things that you would like to know or like me to cover, I won't guarantee I will, but I'll at least look at them and consider them. Because tonight's training that we did, and this is what I like to do, I prepared specifically for your audience and for anybody here. This was not a presentation I'd ever done before, and I wrote it specifically with the people in mind that I knew would be following Anthony. And if you can help me shape the next training, I'll see what we can come up with, and we can maybe do something incredible together. But I'm just so excited to be able to, now that we got such a captive audience, Anthony, the ability to go further. We just have to make sure that the time works and that people, they're ready. If they're ready and we can get this thing going, I'm game, my friend.
Awesome. Who would be interested in that? Just say yes if you're interested in that. It looks like Jason's showing us in real time getting #1 on Amazon, which is crazy, with 1 review. That's insane. And
that's not a 15-word long tail keyword phrase, right? Yep. That is a 2-word keyword phrase.
I love it. I love it. Well, here's what we're going to do. First of all, that's phenomenal. I'll talk with you and see if we can get, if we can possibly get you back next week. It looks like everybody seems to want you back next week. What I'm going to do real fast is I'm going to start giving away some cash. So if you're here, there's no reason to leave because we're getting ready to start just giving out cash. So $500. Here we go. I'm going to pick 2 people from my fan page. You need to leave comments right now. Of course, the link is right there. If you're not in the group, I will approve you right now, real fast, and then I'm going to select our winners. So let me go to our Success Connection group, and it looks like we got 11 people that want to join. So if you have not joined the group, you need to join the group. This is a great place, man. There are so many awesome people in here, and they're all helping each other, answering questions. It's the greatest thing that I've ever done here for my Success Connection students. It helps you to really stay engaged and active throughout the week, which is important. We all need motivation, we all need inspiration, and we all need people to hold us accountable all week long, and that's what happens inside of the group. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start announcing winners real fast. And Jason, the way I do this is I literally just load all my comments, and I just scroll through them, and it lands on somebody. So have your PayPal address ready. Have it typed in the chat so that you can deliver it to me quickly, so that we are not on here all night long with me trying to pay. Paying $100, pretty simple. Paying $500, takes a little longer to do than I typically plan. So I'm loading up PayPal right now. And for those of you that are new, I give money away, and I do it instantly. I don't wait around. I don't waste time. I don't let myself forget, more importantly. So I'm right in, rocking and rolling, ready to give away my cash. Mainly just because it's the right thing to do. All right, so here we go. I'm going to first get everything set up here, and then I'm going to announce our winners, and we will be giving away 5 $100 cash prizes tonight, and I'm going to let Jason select one from inside of the comments box. So he'll be able to go through and just select one, and I'll select 2 from the fan page and 2 from our Success Connection group. All right, so my PayPal is loaded up and ready, so here we go. Without further ado. All right, I'm going to scroll through here, and I am going to pick a winner. All right, so our winner is Jim Chancellor. All right, Jim Chancellor rates it a 9.723, so that's really exciting. Jim, I don't know where you came up with that number. It's very analytical. I like it. So Jim is here. All right, so Jim, I'm getting ready to PayPal you $100, and then I will notify you. Let's see, pay to Jim. So everybody can say congratulations to Jim while I pay him. PayPal loves me on Thursdays because I go in here and I start giving away money, and they're like, yay, Anthony's using his PayPal account. I don't ever use it, so other than to pay you guys money. I don't really do much with PayPal. So they love Thursday nights with me. I can definitely tell you that. I actually don't even remember which credit card I'm supposed to use because I don't use them ever. We will guess that it's this one. And if it's not, we'll be all right. All right, so let's see here. Looks like, Jim, you should be paid. All right, so your money was just sent. I'm going to send more money. All right, so let me just say, boom, money sent. All right, so your money is sent. All right, I'm going to pick another winner here from our fan page, okay? So I'm going to do 2 from the fan page. We got another one coming here from the fan page. So what we're going to do is just scroll on down. You guys know that I don't really read this. I'm going to go down to the bottom and then just scroll up like this. And our next winner will be, oh gosh, it's like right in the middle. I tell you what, we'll just do, we'll do both. So Thomas, are you here? Thomas Kennan, are you here? If you are, put your, okay, Thomas is on board. Look at that. Thomas is like, boom. And he just throws his in here. Thomas, you won $100. And let me see. Zule Castillo, are you here? I cannot see just yet the chat box, but since I landed in the middle, which never happens, I am going to just give you both $100 because that is probably the nice thing to do. And I want you to all always remember that I'm nice. At least I try to be anyway. Let's see. All right, I got Miss Castillo. All right, here we go. And then I am going to select one from our other page, from our group. Now, Jason, do you want to select somebody from the comments box?
Sure. Let me see if I can load that back up here. I got it.
All right. So what you could do is, what I normally do is I just kind of scroll through the comments box there and
nice.
select
I'll do
somebody.
one that's been recent.
Yes. All right. So I got both of these guys paid.
So many of them.
Let's see. Boom. Paid. All right. So Thomas has been paid. Zule has been paid. All right, and then I'm going to now go to our Success Connection page here. We'll go and let you guys.
I randomly selected somebody, Anthony.
All right, so if you want
roll through the chat, spun the wheel. Joanne Eats.
All right, Joanne Eats. Let's see, Joanne, could you put your PayPal address in the chat box for me? Joanne Eats. We just want you to put your PayPal address in the chat box. I'm waiting for Joanne, and we're going to pick. We're going to go ahead and pick another winner from our page. All right, so Joanne, I'm going to assume that pound sign is actually an @ sign, because I don't think that will get to you if I do it that way. Okay, good. So I got Joanne's. Let me pay Joanne real fast. Everybody say congrats to Joanne, and then we're going to pick a winner from, all right, all right, we're also going to pick a winner from our group here real fast. All right, let's see, webinar winner. So as you can see, Jason, it takes me quite a while to give away money every week. I literally spend 20 minutes just giving money to people every week. But it's fun. You should see when I do 1,000, man. It takes like an hour to be able to actually give all this money away. All right. I mean, literally, I was in Florida a couple weeks ago, and I was giving away money, and I honestly, I got tired. I told everybody I was tired. I was like, I'm going to fall asleep while still trying to give away this money. It took so long to give it away because it just takes forever. All right, so look at this, man. This is what happens inside of the Facebook group. Check this out, 835 comments right here. Well, this is probably one of the top ones. Let me move down. We got to go to the proper. So many people will literally leave comments in here. It's just crazy. So let's get to the post where we talk about. See, all them telling to bring Jason back, but I got to find the right post. Oh man, I got to refresh it. Too many people. There we go. Good pointers. Who loved tonight's training? All right, we got 556 comments on this. So we're going to go ahead and announce a winner here. How many of you are going to be back next week, especially if we are able to get Jason on board? Type yes in the chat box if you'll be back next week. You don't want to miss the Success Connection because we also have coming up very shortly, we will be announcing another free software. But I am truly, because of the crazy people that do crazy things, going to not even talk about it. In my emails, what I'm going to do is just announce it live and then tell everybody we have no replays for the whole week of the whole thing. Because you noticed last time I gave away software, I actually put it in the replays even though I told you I wasn't going to. And the reason I did that was because I couldn't figure out a way to cut the webinar off to where you could still get the training, but I wouldn't give away the software. And so now I've just decided I'm not going to do a replay of the whole thing, but the whole event will be about the software, so it won't matter. So a lot of that will be happening in the next few weeks, okay? So I'm going to see if I can get Jason back next week. Then we're going to do 3 weeks of epic training and software giveaways. So who's on board with all of that? Just say yes. I see lots of yeses. All right, very good. Let me select a winner real fast for this. And listen, I know when I select my winner, a lot of people, that are just hanging out for the last few minutes will bail. So allow me to tell you all this. I want to thank you for being here. It's always humbling when I get on here and we have 1,000 people on that want to listen to what I have to say on Thursday night. I tell you this every once in a while. It just kind of hits me, and it's I don't know. It's a great experience for me, that's for sure. I love what I do. I love to help. I love to teach, and I love to find smart people. I love to find smart people and beg them for their time so that they can spend that time with you, helping you to learn things that I truly believe will help you have more success. My goal with the Success Connection when I started a year and a half ago was, the reason it's called Success Connection was it was me connecting you with smart people. And I truly believe that that's one of the reasons why I'm so successful right now. It's one of the reasons why I've had the success that I've had is I surround myself with smart people, and I surround myself with successful people. But I also know that there are crazy people in this world that do completely dumb things and unfortunately take advantage of people. And I'll give you a really quick example. You'll want to hear this, okay? So pay close attention. I was sitting in my CPA's office today. It's raining outside, and I was there for 4.5 hours. And I've had a really bad week. We talked about last week, we talked about bouncing back. We talked about what to do when life just beats you down and how you can keep your head straight and focused on success and positive things and helping other people and doing the best that you can do every single day to make the most out of every single day, knowing good and well that it could be your last day, right? Doing as much for other people as you can so that, when you're older in life and you can look back at your life, it's not all about how much money did I make. It's not all about how much personal success did I have. It's about how much money did I make, how much personal success did I have, and what did I do with it? How many people did I help with it? How many people did I touch with it? How many lives did I change with it, right? And I always think about those things, and I think about how I can make my life more purposeful. And I know that a lot of that is sharing information with you guys. I know it's sharing training. I know it's sharing my life story, the problems I have, the good things and the bad things. It's very transparent. And I'll tell you one of the things that I saw today, and it's a testament to the world we live in, the things we do, and the reason why I started the Success Connection. How many of you have bought products from other people in the past? Just say yes in the chat box if you've bought products from other people in the past. I see lots and lots of people saying yes. Okay. Now I want you to type the number 10 in the box if you feel like you bought a product from somebody who took advantage of you, who didn't do you right, who told you one thing and did another, who ripped you off. I see lots and lots and lots of 10s. Okay. Now, in the year and a half that I've been doing the Success Connection, okay, we've sold some products. We've allowed some of our guests to sell products here and there. I want to ask you, the products that you have bought right here on the Success Connection, how many of you feel like those products and those people are the best people and the best products you've ever invested in? Type the number 1 in. If you feel like you got real value, you didn't get ripped off, you didn't get promised a bunch of shit that you didn't get, right? I see a lot of ones coming in, right? Here's the reason. It's because when I set out to do this, it was to help you not have those problems in your life, right? Today, I got an email. A lot of you know that I have a really successful, really successful fan page, and I got an email. I have 500,000 fans, and some knucklehead is emailing them, telling them that they won millions of dollars from me, and all they have to do is send him $800 in the mail, and they will send him back an $85,000 cashier's check. So he will trade them an $85,000 cashier's check for $650 or $750. But this is the world we live in. People actually do this stuff, right? And so many people fall for it. So what I want to, I guess, make sure you are aware of is that there's so many things out there right now, so many things hitting your inbox, so many people telling you they know stuff that they don't know, so many people telling you that this is the right path or this is the right direction. I truly hope that each one of you will understand that at no point in time will I ever lead you in a direction that's not the right direction for you, at least the way I feel, right? I feel like it's the right direction for you. At no point in time will I ever bring anybody on here that will teach you something that doesn't work, or that will teach you something that they don't do, or that will teach you something that is not above board and super profitable, right? You will never waste your time on the Success Connection, and by being here, you are connected with the top people in internet marketing. Not the people that write emails that promise crap that doesn't happen, not the people that are out there pretending to do things they don't do, but the people that actually care, the people that are smart, the people that are intelligent, and the people that care about those that they teach, right? Very, very important. It's never ending, the people that pretend to do things and then steal my face and my image and put them on stuff and all kinds of things like that. So be careful. Look out for yourself. Use common sense and ask yourself, do I trust this person? Does it seem too good to be true? All of those kinds of things before you take your hard-earned money and you invest it into anybody for any reason, for anything, right? There's no big promises of massive riches here on the Success Connection. What there is promise of is massive amounts of help, massive amounts of dedication, and massive amounts of education that's going to lead you in the right direction and that's going to help you have the success that I know you can have and that you all see that I've had and a lot of my guests have had, right? So I truly hope that you guys understand that. Let me give away this money, and then we'll see you all next week on the Success Connection. So if you hop off before I say goodbye officially, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, let's give away this other $100 real fast. All right, so here we go. I will select Michael McDonald. Michael, is it not me, or did you win last week or a week before? Tell me if you won before. I'm almost positive you won before. How do you keep winning this? This is insanity. That's totally random. All of you see, all I did was just scroll and stop. I don't control where it stops. Michael keeps winning. Michael, congratulations for continuing to win the completely random 1 out of 700-800 chance deal every single week, or at least a couple times. As you guys can see, let's see, webinar winner. As you guys can see that you can win multiple times. If you win one time, just keep coming back. You can keep winning. No reason why you can't win multiple times, right? So people tell you that things can't happen in life. You're seeing things happen that shouldn't normally and don't normally happen. Let's see. There we go. Michael has been paid. All right, everybody. So tonight has been a lot of fun. I want to thank you all for being here. Again, I want to make sure that all of you have a phenomenal weekend. Have a safe weekend. Make sure to put a little bit of time and effort into your education, right? So continue to learn, right? And make sure that you're back next week right here, same place, same time, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Success Connection. I'm going to see if I can get Jason on. We're going to see if we can do a part 2 training for you guys. And we're going to help you have massive success in everything that you do online. So again, Jason, man, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody seems to have absolutely just loved everything that you taught them, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you, Anthony, and thank you, everyone.
All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. See you next week right here, same place, same time. Leave comments on Facebook. Let everybody know what they missed if they weren't here. And thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.